I'm Joe Turtwig, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Pokemon TCG deck. So, this deck runs unlimited. I'm running Yveltal EX. I like Yveltal EX very much. It's a lot of fun to play. I'm going to be showing you guys this deck at the end of the video. After I am finished showing you guys the deck, I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to make this deck standard if you want to go standard. So, here we go. So, first off, I start with 3 Yveltal EX. Those are the main attackers of the deck. They have 2 really good attacks. First, they have Yveltal, which is the one you're going to be probably using the most. For a dark energy and a colorless, does 20 damage plus 20 more for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. So if your opponent has a deck that needs a lot of energies, you can only put a couple and it'll do a lot of damage. Or you can attach a ton of energy all at once on Yveltal for those decks with less energy on it. Y-Cyclone can also move energy when you're energy dry. It's a very great card. I did not choose 4, I chose 3. It just seemed to make the deck better because you do not actually want to start off with Yveltal EX. So, yeah. Next up, we have 3 Oblivion Wing Yveltal. So, basically, this Yveltal, this regular Yveltal you can find in Generations expansion, has the attack Oblivion Wing. You're not going to be using its other attack, Darkness Blade. That's not really that good. Oblivion Wing, for 1 dark energy, does 30 damage. You can detach a dark energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. This can be really useful for getting up charged faster. Speed is key, and Yveltal EX can hit really hard, and in just a couple of turns you can already be charged up, knocking your opponents out. Very, very useful card to have. Next, I have 2 Darkrai EXs. Now, Darkrai EX is pretty much just for its ability, Dark Cloak, which any Pokemon with Dark Energies attached have no retreat cost. So you can switch for free without having to discard energy. I don't really use its attack. It's not that good in attack. Its ability is really amazing, though. It really helps you in battle because switching is very important. Next, I have 1 Hoopa EX. Hoopa EX, obviously, for its ability. I don't have any Psychic Energy, so you can't attack with it. For its ability Hyperspace, the Scoundrel Ring, it does, you can, when you play it from your hand to your bench, you can search your deck for 3 EXs, put them into your hand, and put them on the bench. I usually like to search for a couple Yveltals and a Darkrai to get myself set up. If I can get an Ultra Ball first turn, pull this out, really good. Next is kind of a filler space for Pokemon. For my last Pokemon, I use Darkrai from the Mythical Pokemon Collection bot. This promo is pretty good. It's Abyssal Sleep attack, does 80 damage, and your opponent's Pokemon is asleep, and they have to flip 2 coins instead of 1. If either of them are tails, the attack does nothing. I find it a pretty useful attack. You can pretty much put anything in here, any dark type Pokemon. I just have Darkrai because it can be pretty useful. So that's it for the Pokemon lineup. Next, I have Porters. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ends, and it's a really great card. You can shuffle your hand into your deck, draw a card equal to your prize cards at the beginning. You can get an easy 6 cards if you have a bad hand. You can start it over. If you're losing and your opponent has a lot of prizes already, you can make them shuffle, and you can get good for late game. It's pretty much good for everything, so you definitely want ends in there. Next, I have 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. You just discard your hand. You can draw 7 cards. It's really great. Pretty standard card. It's quite a useful card. Yeah, especially if you have energies. I mean, with Yveltal, you have the Oblivion Wing attack to pull the energies out of the discard pile. So if you're scared of discarding energies, you really don't have to worry with Yveltal. So that can be pretty great. Next up, for supporters, I use 2 Lysanders. Lysanders for switching your opponents out. It's really good. If your opponents have a Shaman EX, you can Lysander them out, pull it out, get an easy knockout. Yveltal can take out Shamans pretty well. So I like having a couple Lysanders on hand. I have 2 Pokemon Center Ladies. These are just for healing up, just in case I need to. If Yveltal EX has damage on it, and I really don't want him to get knocked out, you can just use a Pokemon Center Lady, heal it up. It's pretty good. I also have 2 Hex Maniacs. X-Maniac for shutting down abilities. Now, Darkrai X does have its Dark Cloak ability, which is extremely useful, but if you play it after switching out, this is really good. You're shutting down tons of abilities, such as Carbink. I've come across a couple Carbink decks. X-Maniac is super useful for taking them out really quickly. I have one Skyla, one Ninja Boy, and one Shauna. Now, Skyla I have just in case I need a trainer, can search for items that I'm really in desperate need of. Ninja Boy in case I get a bad start, if I start with Hoopa EX or Darkrai EX or something I don't want to start with. I can take a Pokemon out, put out preferably Oblivion Wing Yveltal, pull it out, and that can be useful. And one Shauna just in case, if I have a really important hand, a ton of cards I don't want to discard. If I am winning and I have less prize cards remaining and ending won't help, I have a Shauna there just in case. So that's it for supporters. Next I have items. We're going with 1, 2, 3, 4 Versus Seekers. Versus Seekers, super standard card. Pull a supporter out of your discard pile, put it into your hand in case you need pretty much anything. Super great. Next I have 4 Dark Patches. Dark Patches, in case you're not familiar with it, puts a basic dark energy from your discard pile on one of your bench dark types. Can be great for charging up Yveltal EX even faster. It is not standard format, I realize. I'll show you some things at the end of the video on what you can replace that with, but those are pretty good. Next we have 2 Professor's Letters. I just have them in there in case you can't get energy in your hand. You just if it's a wreck, it's awful if you can't get energy in time. Professor's Letters, you can pull them out. Next, I have 2 Trainer's Mails. So the top 4 cards of your deck can pull a trainer. If there's nothing you can use, you can just pull some trainer out, put it into your hand. Pretty standard. Next, I have 2 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards from your hand, search your deck for a Pokemon. It's really good. You can get out preferably Hoopa EX, pull out some stuff. It's good to start with an Ultra Ball in your hand. That can be useful. I also have a Dark Claw and a Muscle Band. They're pretty much the same thing, just Dark Claws for Dark type. You can attach them to add 20 damage to your Pokemon. Yeah, more damage as it adds up can be super useful. You can knock out your opponents in just a couple turns. Get them faster with those. I have a Startling Megaphone for removing all tool cards attached to their opponent's active Pokemon. Tool cards are very popular in standard format right now, so it's pretty useful to have those. I have a Max Elixir. You look at the top 6 cards of your deck and pull an energy there that you find and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Again, as you know, charging up faster is better, so this card you can charge up faster. We got Battle Compressor. Search your deck for 3 cards and discard them. You can discard a couple energies if you want them in the discard pile. You can discard a supporter if you want to pull it out with a Versus Seeker then. Yeah, it can be used for a few things. That's it for the items. Next I have stadiums. I use 3 copies of Reverse Valley as my stadium. You can face it 2 ways. You want to make this way facing you for your dark types to do 10 more damage. Now if you're facing a steel deck, it doesn't really matter. The other side gives your attacks do 10 less damage to steel types. You just play the... If you're facing a steel deck, it kind of just cancels each other out. But steel decks are not that popular, so... yeah. Then for energies, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dark energies. 11 seems like a lot, but I have the dark energies there because you want to be able to charge up all your Yveltals with a lot of energy. Get them all ready. I also have a double colorless energy in here, just in case, as Yveltal EX's attack can take a double colorless. Double colorless will add 2 energy to the Evil Ball count, so you want to be doing more damage faster, so double colorless can really help with that. So now, in the beginning of this video, I said I could give a few tips on how to make this deck standard. Now first thing you may have noticed, Darkrai EX is not a standard card. What you can do is replace this with Darkrai EX from Breakpoint expansion. Its Dark Pulse ability works really great with Yveltal EX, so that's a great idea there. Dark patches, you can replace the dark patches pretty much with more max elixirs, because those are standard, the dark patches are not. So you can just have those replaced with max elixirs if you want. The Dark Claw and Muscle Band, you can replace those with Fighting Fury belts. Those can be really useful for adding extra HP and damage to your attacks. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.